Hey, everybody. Oh, sorry. That may have been a really harsh snort. Uh, wow. All kinds of stuff running through my head, and it's really funny. Um, all the things that run through your head before you do something like this, and how relevant all the things that do run through your head are. Um, just have been reading a lot of different things and talking to a lot of different people. And I'm really kind of concerned about maybe some of the people that might be taken into the more negative or heavy information that might be coming through, whether you're taking it from a perspective of um, maybe like astral or galactic, or even some of the things that may be coming up for the mainstream media stories, even the alternative media has been picking up on a lot of the things. I don't even really think it's called, I don't think we should call it alternative media anymore because it is so infiltrated and permeated by, I'm just going to say impurities. Um, this is harder than you might imagine that it is to do, to be very transparent about what you think might be going on. But it's definitely a manipulation of your awareness. I don't even want to say consciousness. I want to say what you're aware of. Um, because I think that has a little bit of a woo factor at this point, saying consciousness. I think saying that you have an awareness of something is a little more grounding. Um, People may not like that, but it seems like it's important to remember to stay very grounded in reality and making sure that we all um, don't push that envelope. Uh, One of the things that seems to be very popular in some of the circles are saying things like resonance, and that's kind of bothered me a little bit, only because you can resonate with something that's totally not healthy. Yeah, something that resonates might be something that makes you feel good or makes you feel right. And if you're maligned or misaligned, what you resonate with is probably not the healthiest thing for you. So please don't throw out the baby with the bathwater when you look at something. When you're looking at something like resonance, and if it resonates with you, it can be a scary sort of kind of thing. um Something else too, or also, that has been heavy on my heart, not just on my mind, very a lot of transparency here. There have been some people that have made some assumptions. And that's what I say, be careful what resonates with you. We all have to follow our path and figure out what pulls us in the direction that we believe is right. And we it's really hard to choose the right words because The word belief, I mean, I could go on a whole tangent about that. And the whole idea of, you know, understanding and understanding and knowing and resonant. They all have their separate connotations, but they too also have a component to who and what we are and how we perceive things. Even the word perceive is something that I think is worth um, considering. Sorry if I'm boring the tears out of some people, but hey, suck it up, Buttercup. Um, I guess maybe to kind of put it into a context, if that is helpful. There seems to be a lot more of people trying to tap into what they are calling psychic abilities. Personal beliefs, we all have them. Outside of that, it is within our given scope of, I don't want to say scope of practice. I want to say something like, I don't want to say mission because that sounds really hokum. That I know you guys kind of mean, but I guess it kind of fits. Hey, why the heck not? It's what drives your bus. Whatever drives your bus, man, I'm telling you. If it drives your bus, then that's essentially what you may want to kind of, I guess, focus on. But not the downside, the challenge is to be not judging others. It's hard enough not to judge yourself. But dang, Skippy, don't be judging others because they're pushing the envelope like myself. I push the envelope of belief systems and paradigms. And um, having had everything, literally everything, stripped from me in every aspect of life, money, home, possessions, and then to be followed up a few years later of belief constructs. I had to re-examine and recollect, reconstruct all of it since 2014. I'm not going to say suck it up, Buttercup, but what I am here to say is if you do want support, if you do want help, you can reach out to me and let me know what you think. Oh, looks like Arizona's here. Hey, Chicolita. I got to type. I'm like got a whole butt ton of stuff on my table here. Yeah, if I can learn how to type. All right. If I could show you, oh my gosh. I guess what I want to say is that I am here for anybody who is struggling. I'm here for anybody who needs a leg up. I mean, hopefully Arizona can kind of support that, and that this is from the heart. This is definitely something that I do as a living 9 to 5. I'm very grateful for the agency that I do work for, and appreciate the knowledge and the skills that I've been afforded to learn at the agency. And I'm very transparent with that. You can look up, I have a national provider ID number. My birth name is Deborah Wolcott, not Wilcox. Get it right. You got to get it right. I work for Saginaw County Community Mental Health Authority. And this is something that I am totally, what I do here is totally divergent from that. But in all honesty, it's an inspiration for the heartfelt desire that I've had for people and wanting to help people. And again, all said and done, I'm also not willing to sit back on my laurels, and understanding that, thank you, Arizona. So there's a lot of knowledge. It feels like there's a lot of knowledge that we all have access to, but we don't know how to access it. And there's actually that's actually good. Knowledge without wisdom is a very dangerous tool. So wisdom typically is gained by experience. And having said that, we can also exponentially grow on that idea of experience and couple it with the wisdom. I don't know if I'm even making any sense at this point. I guess what I'm trying to say is, a lot of times when you come into something new and you do have a lot of wisdom to offer, you can kind of take that new item and not really superimpose, but it kind of blends and gets enmeshed into everything else that you have to offer. So I think that that's kind of where I'm leading towards that kind of idea. What I would like to be able to do is, in a way, support people in whatever they find is best for them. I think it's a lot of people are looking for a more esoteric support. I don't know if that's accurate. But maybe that is what they're looking for. They're looking for something a little more, it kind of sounds kind of weird, etherical. I don't even know if that's a word. You're trying to pull some ideas from the ether. You're trying to pull not even really ideas, but information. And it's all about staying safe. It's all about it's about staying safe. It's about figuring out, am I prepared? Am I well enough prepared? Because there's a lot of stuff that's coming on around right now. I think a lot of people are really scared about the whole April 8th. My son turns 30 on April 9th. Dang. That's a harsh one. And the family isn't exactly open to maybe some of the ideas that and perspectives and belief systems that I have. Most of them are completely unaware of it. And that's okay by me at this point. Yes, I will. Everything is Auric Vibe 1111. So it's auricvibe1111.com, auricvibe1111 at gmail.com. That may or may not be changing. But that's pretty much where I'm going to be hooked up at. I'm also on Odyssey and Rumble with the more dicey content. But I think if I could, please and thank you, if I could just kind of take a look at putting to rest some of the fears and anxiety. Anxiety is big right now. Anxiety is really big right now. And there's a lot of hype and doom and gloom. And I'm just going to send something to some. Hang on. Sorry. I had to send something to one of my besties. But yeah, there's a lot of anxiety and stress over this April 8th thing. And I was raised very much with a Christian background. Holy shit. Okay. Sorry. So with that, a lot of the scary bits and pieces and them giving a day and a time and what's going to happen and doom and a gloom, and the more we feed energy into something, the more we're going to get out of it. And there's a couple of different ways that you can take that. You're either going to go, oh yeah, see, I told you so. Or you're going to be one of those that's going to go, it was nothing. Told you so. Or there are going to be other people that are going to read into whatever it is that happened within their particular perspective, knowing, understanding. There's that word again. Yes. I should do a whole thing on understanding, because that does understand. Hey, Selena. But yeah, the whole idea is not to be like freaking out, right? So one of the bestest ever cards, right? Okay. By the way, that's a vulture, and I love vultures. They are so cool. They're the guys who clean up the crap, right? They are the carrion cleaners. Okay. But to me, that also says there's an unnecessary worry. There's a lot of unnecessary anxiety that's going on, right? Ravens do too. Yeah, we don't have ravens. We don't have ravens in Michigan. Sorry. But they're beautiful. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that to me speaks volumes right then and there of the April 8th and the anxiety and the doom and the gloom. And I think everything is what we make of it. So I think if we focus, and you know what? Hey, Christian. Hi. Maybe we could go ahead and just try to keep a positive perspective. Everything's a blessing. Everything. Ha. Look at that. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Hey, Christian, what's up? And so far, the sky is still up. But the temperance to me, I mean, even though there's one flower above the other, to me, that says that there's balance, there's equanimity, there's a lot of, I don't know, that sounds kind of redundant, but it's like there's balance. Whatever's coming is going to restore some balance, maybe not really a restoration, but a revelation, that, by the way, things are balancing out. Doesn't mean things are going to be easy. I love this card. I'm sorry. Death. Bring on the death. So for me, this means, yes, baby, shed that crappy old nasty dried out skin. Oh my gosh. I told Selena about a dream that I had the other night, and it was about a snake and venom, and that the snake is not the snake. The venom is not the venom. The snake is, I don't know if it's us, or if it's something else that we perceive as a snake that isn't. I don't know. And the reason that I probably don't know is it's going to be different for everybody. Yeah, Selena sent me a text and said, "Oh, you're live?" It's like, no, I'm dead. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much that. Hydra energy. Good point. So that makes me think of Medusa. I've heard a lot of different stories about Medusa. Most of them are pretty negative, but I've also heard some kind of positive things about it, believe it or not. I think a lot of the things that we're trying to make sense of right now is it's almost like there's too much information. I don't know how anybody else feels about that, but it's almost like there's too much, and it's hard to make sense of what's going on. Yeah, transition, or for you, Christian, I'm sorry. Yeah, sometimes that almost being broken is the best thing ever. I will say that from personal experience, and I don't believe or subscribe to the idea that, oh yeah, look what's at the bottom, yeah, 5. A lot of struggle for you. Personal experience, and I know Selena will subscribe to this, is the fact that when you lose everything, and that's something that I can say that I've gone through, that I lost everything, even generational possessions. Like, I'm talking back to the early 1800s, lost everything. Not going to really go into the details, but it was really hard when you realize that is taken from you and there's no way to really get it back. And also finding that the resources that you thought you had to rely on are no longer there. The only thing that you have is yourself, and you're kind of like, holy crap, I'm not enough. But ultimately, we are within ourselves. We are enough. And that whatever that we can kind of pull in eventually works out for our betterment. Yeah, always get more stuff. I don't know, man. Is that like a freaking blessing or is that a curse? I mean, I look around, you can't see all the stuff around me right now, but literally when I moved into this house back in 2018, I had a secondhand couch and chair. That was it. Now I'm surrounded by crap, and it's kind of like, dang, I wish I was back to having nothing. Yeah, we can't take it. That's like my mom used to say. You can't take anything with you. It's just stuff. That's what my mom told me. And my mom's been gone for a lot of years, so um yeah, it's just stuff. We just have each other in our memories, for sure. That's all that's really important is each other. I showed this to Selena earlier. I bought a cup and I just took it in the basement and I painted that on it. Ooh, I just stuck my finger in it. And that's what I just threw on it. And I thought, that's really all that matters, right? That's all that matters because that's just all that we have. I just stuck my finger in it again. Like I got paint all over me. Um, and we're just trying to all of us are here just to try and figure out what makes sense. What what makes sense. And I think the only thing that makes sense to me at this given point in time, you guys let me know what you feel like, what you think. What's the most important thing to you right now? Throw it in there right now. What's the most important thing to you right now? Oh my. All right. So Arizona says family. What do you say? What do you say, Christian? You're getting clarification. What? I don't know what that means. A lot. Getting clarification on a lot. Mm. Um, so as I was talking there just for a second and asked, what do you guys think? This actually fell out. How do you guys feel about that one? Because I know how I feel about it. Yes. And this to me says that these are almost very close to like a 9 of Swords. This is almost like a self-imposed sort of, look at how loose those chains are. And this character is very much, and it's almost like if we got out of our own freaking head, we'd probably be in a whole lot better place. And I have to agree, Christian, for me as well. There's been a lot lifted as far as the so-called veil. And I'm working with someone who is helping me release a lot of really heavy and dense energy. Something really cool that happened was, and I don't get visions. I don't have dreams. I don't do astral travel. I don't have any experiences. I'm not what you would call an experiencer per se, but this is all, in my opinion, only for lack of memory. And the memory is only available, yeah, opinion, when it's relevant. So the relevancy is that in the last session I had not a regression, healing session, very deep. There were, all I can say is they're like galactic beings, and that's not something that would have typically come out, but galactic beings. Celine and I briefly talked about it, I saw Ents, I saw avians, but they were not blue, avian-like, anything that rendition of, because I'm all about what's relevant. I don't care what other people have put out there. I don't want preconceived ideas. I want as close to reality as possible, as close to what that other person is, whatever that other being is. I want to have exposure and experience that. Who are you? I don't want to have a preconceived idea of who I think you are. I want to know who you are. And that's how I kind of treat these other these individuals. And I saw an Ent, a couple of avians, and I think I saw something else, but it was quite bizarre. They were quite loving, but I never ever feel in anything that I've seen or taken a picture of, I've never felt threatened. And I've been told that there's a huge entourage. So this is available to all of us. I don't think it's just strictly for one individual. So if you feel like you need extra protection, I think all you have to do is ask for it. All right, blessings to you, Christian. Please do leave a comment if you're able to do so. Thank you so much. Yeah, coming back from the dead. Please let me know if you need anything, Christian. Sincerely, reach out, email, whatever. I'm here to support and help out anybody and everybody who needs help. And that's for anybody who happens to see this. After this gets posted, golly gosh, she willikers. Does anybody want to have any kind of reading or need any guidance or help from the universe? Let me know. I'm going to take a sip now. All right. I think that's all she wrote. I did get in touch with Constance Victoria Briggs. Hopefully, I'll have something posted before mid-April. I also do Tom Wall. Yep, I will do an article for you here, Arizona. But Tom Wall is a cosmic knot. I was hoping we'd get to connect sooner. He's kind of close. He's really sweet. Nice feller. We got something up to record in, I think it's the first Saturday in May. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I want to hear more about other aspects of him. I read some absolutely incredible things today. I took myself out to breakfast Easter Sunday. And all you pagan believers out there. All right. So I got an oracle card here. These are wisdom of the oracle. I don't know whatever the hell that means. I don't know. I'm open-minded. All right. So I know some people don't like cards. They don't like the that aspect of this. But you know what? I feel like everything is energy. And since we're all part of it, all one, all unified field, what would Arizona benefit? Not what does she need to know, because she already knows what she needs to know. What might be helpful? What might be helpful, encouraging, beneficial, loving, caring? All right. That means absolutely freaking nothing to me. Oh my gosh, wisdom. You are topped with wisdom? Holy shisa. 38 is the number. 3 and 8. Oh. Wow. 38 to me is 11. Anyway. That's what you got, sweetie. So this is like balance. Consider your options. Challenges. But these challenges are experiences that are nurturing, but it takes time. And in the picture, in retrospect, they cause or create or give a balanced perspective. Stasis, self-discovery, letting go. And it's almost like self-discovery to begin again, like a pendulum, the pendulum equaling itself. I don't know. You can see how she's kind of balancing. I don't know. That's kind of fuzzy. I can't tell. It's just me. She's got a cool dress on, though. What is she holding in her hand? I can't see what she's holding in her hand. It's almost like a cloud. I don't know. I can't tell. But it's almost like that there may have been inequity in the past, but there's balance and fairness that may or may not be observed, but it's definitely fairly redressed. I mean, sometimes we have to let go of a personal slight in order to see it. I know that's true for me. I don't know if that's relevant. There's also something coming up about making sure that you I can't say that you don't stand up for yourself, because I don't think that's a problem. That you're advocating for others, and that you are making a difference regardless of what you may or may not see. And whatever's going on, everything is resolved. Oh, this is such a hard thing to hear. Highest good. I know that I don't always like to hear that, but that's the highest good. Acts of kindness, bolstered with courage and empathy. Maybe that's it. Yeah, and I think everybody's got a level of opinion, being opinionated, etc. But yeah, I think that would. Do you want any other cards? Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know if that's relevant. That's really cool. I like this card. I don't get this deck out very often, but it always grabs me. There we go. So it's a principle of receptivity. letting somebody else make the first move when you're gathering information and making sure that you're taking in cues or kind of picking up on those subtleties. Ooh, like the art of conscious allowing. I like that. I like that a lot. Yin. Yin, that's the feminine. That's the feminine, isn't it? No, I don't know. But yeah, these are beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful. These are the wisdom of the oracle. Absolutely. Hey, look at, there she is. Right? All right. Yeah, very pretty cards. No, I got too many cards, but whatever. It's an indulgence of mine. I like the artwork. I'm absolutely enthralled. Look at this. Look at that. That is so cool. And of course, that's the high priestess, the wisdom, the lady of wisdom, the high priestess. That's awesome. That's awesome. Anytime anybody wants help with clarity, I'm gonna try and do something once. At least I gotta try and do something at least once every other week. I'm so fried after work. Wow, 3 owls. That's cool. I love owls. I hear owls at night. Sometimes I'll get up in the middle of the night and I'll take the dog out and I'll stand out there, maybe walk around the edge of the yard, and ooh, I can hear the owls in the neighbor's yard. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, I really would like to try and do this. I think it's helpful for other people to kind of know that they're supported. And I'm also going to try and interview somebody once a month. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to talk to Constance Victoria Briggs about her Earth's galactic history and extraterrestrials. She and I have a common bond. We both love Star Trek. So yeah, I love this. I absolutely love this. I was so pissed off that, pardon my language, I was very upset when the Star Trek reruns were interrupted for the so-called moon landing, and she kind of highlights the idea that it didn't happen, and there's actually a lot of evidence. So, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you stopping by. Anybody who takes a gander at this later, whenever they're available, much appreciated. Again, arc51111.com, arc51111 on Rumble, arc51111 on Odyssey, and arc51111@gmail.com with any questions, concerns, or help that you might find that you need. Blessings. Thank you.